Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a little while since I did a video. Uh, Apologize, it's taken me a little bit while to post a video. This last week's been kind of rough on me, to say the least. I want to talk about a couple of things. You know, one thing that I don't find a lot of other YouTubers or truckers on YouTube talking about is relationships out here on the road. This is not a very easy job. You're gone for weeks to months at a time, and having a relationship can be very difficult. This job can put a big strain on it. There's a lot of trust involved. There's a lot of time away from your partner, and it just flat out really sucks, to be honest with you. It's very important to have a good support group if you do choose to come out here and be a over-the-road trucker, because you're not home every day. You're not necessarily home every week. All you have is text messages, phone calls, maybe Skyping or video chatting. But I know that connection and feeling and being with somebody can be an important role, an important part in a relationship. Things in mine didn't seem it just didn't work out this last week, apparently. Just still kind of messed up with it. Baby, if you're watching this, I do love you very much. You mean the world to me. And I haven't ever felt like this with anybody else. Times can get tough, but as long as we stick together, we can make it work and we can get through anything. Believe me when I say this to you, that you are important to me, and I'm here for you. I do love you, and I miss you, and I just hope that we can get things resolved and fixed. I'd like to spend the rest of my life with you if you'd let me. It's just hard. Just been very difficult this last week. But on a another note, happier note, I did finish the first week of this new dedicated route that I'm doing in Pennsylvania, picking up Amazon loads, going between a couple different places up here. Depending on where the load is going, it's either about a 30-45 minute drive, or it is a 2.5 hour drive. And the reason why the other one is so long is that a lot of roads up here are closed, construction is going on, there's a lot of detours and reroutes that you have to take. Driving a truck, you can't necessarily take all these other detour routes that they have because they were designed for cars, so you have to take truck reroutes, which is taking up a lot more time to get it done. But basically, I pick up a loaded trailer from a location, and then I take it to one of 2 Amazon distribution centers that are up here. Then after that, it's already loaded, so I just pick it up, I drive it over there, I drop it off, I pick up an empty trailer if there's one available, then I drive back to that first location. Same thing, drop off the empty trailer, pick up another preloaded trailer, and I take it to one of the 2 Amazon distribution centers. So it's a different change because I'm used to driving all over the place. I'm used to going to different locations. I'm used to driving, you know, hundreds and hundreds of miles to get to these locations. Here, they're very short runs comparatively to, you know, being, you know, over the road where you're driving hundreds of miles. So it's taking me a little bit to get used to it. The roads up here are very windy. There's hills. They're not as wide. You're taking some back country roads. You're not taking a lot of interstate roads. So the speed limits are anywhere between 25 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour, which is on the interstates, but I don't really do too much of the interstate driving while I'm, you know, taking these loads, just due to weight restrictions and road closures and detours. There are a few things that I do like about it though. I do like that the trailers are already loaded. I do like that there's not necessarily a lot of time where you're sitting. I'll get an email with the 3 trip numbers, trailer numbers that I'm picking up for the day. I knock those 3 out, everything's good. So I'm not sitting there waiting for a load to be given to me. I'm not sitting there waiting to be unloaded or loaded, which is very good. It is nice not to have to do that. And I know when I was going over the road, there were a lot of times during the day where I was just sitting there. I was either waiting for them to give me a load, waiting to be unloaded, loaded, and it was just irritating because when you're sitting there, you're not getting paid. With this particular route that I'm on, it's a dedicated route. It's a flat rate per day, $250 a day. Whether I take 1 or 2 loads or whether I take 3 loads, whether I'm just sitting there or whether I'm rolling. So it is a lot better in that sense. It's more money, less time sitting, but even if you are sitting, you're still getting paid for it. So it works out pretty good. Downsides are, like I said, it's the roads, it's the speed limits, it's the detours, it's the speed limits. Also, there's basically only 2 truck stops that you can go up here. Right now I'm in one that is in New Jersey. It's right in the beginning of New Jersey in Bloomsbury or Bloomsdale or something like that. So this one's very small. It only has about 20 parking spaces in it, and half of them are always reserved. So what I try to do is when I get done dropping off a load at the end of the day, instead of picking up a trailer, I just bobtail over here because it's a little bit easier for me to find a parking space bobtailing than it is to have a trailer. So today's Sunday. Monday morning I'll get up a little bit earlier, I'll drive over there, I'll pick up an empty trailer, and then I'll head to the pickup location. When I am, and I'm closer to the drop-off location here. Now on the other side where I'm picking up, there is a Love's. The Love's is a little bit bigger, but it's not too much different from this place. We basically only use Flying J, Pilot, and Love's. So as far as your points go, your fuel discount, things of that, we can only go to those 3 places. Now right next door to this place, let me show you guys. Right next door is a TA. Now that TA is pretty big, but you don't have, you know, I don't have a rewards point system with them. You get points and rewards for free showers and drinks and stuff when you get fuel. Since we don't use them, I don't have any points. You can see how big this lot is. There's probably about, let's see, there's 2 spaces next to me. The other side where that black CDN truck is, there's probably about 3 spaces there. And then on the other side of the fuel island are the reserve spots. So there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 10 spots. and you know this place is very small. They have a Subway. Eating Subway gets kind of irritating. Now, if you notice over here where that Western Express truck is and that blue Volvo is, at the end of the night, there's probably 8 trucks that are parked there. They're parked side by side, and they go all the way up into this little dirt road that you see over there. So the parking up here is very sparse and it's very thin. If you don't get off the road rather quickly, you are going to have a hard time finding a parking space. Now, I guess worst case scenario, if I did come over here, I could park over there at the TA and then just walk over here at this Pilot to, you know, take my showers and such. So I guess that would be an option. One other thing that's annoying about this Pilot is they're on a septic system. So right now, this weekend, the showers have been down. They can't get their septic system pumped until Monday. So fortunately for me, I took a shower on Friday evening. So, you know, it's not too bad. What I'll probably end up doing tonight is I'll probably end up walking over to the TA, paying, you know, $12-15 to take a shower out of my pocket, which sucks, but you know, I like to be clean. I like to take a shower. I like to, you know, be clean. I don't want to smell like ass. And a lot of truckers out here don't think that way, and they smell like ass. You go inside the store, you're paying for stuff, you're standing in line, you can just smell the odor, and it's pretty bad. So, but overall, it was a better move for me financially. I was making more money here. I was sitting less. Another reason why I came up here is my girlfriend is a flight attendant, and it would be easier for her to fly up here and see me because I was in one location versus traveling all over, you know, the United States, and it making it a little bit harder for her to find out where I was to catch a flight. So that was another reason why I came here. If things, you know, if we can't work things out, it's really going to be pointless for me to stay up here, because I can just go back to doing the over-the-road stuff. I can travel, I can see more places. It would be better of a job for me to do that versus just going back and forth for 2 or 3 places. I find it kind of boring. The roads up here are boring. I kind of liked going around other places. Another thing that would probably possibly change my mind into going back over to OTR is, if you remember a couple months back, I was in a truck stop and I had a driver pull forward and hit my trailer. Now, my company considered it a preventable accident, so they took away my safety bonus. Now, the way the safety bonus with my company works is that as long as you're driving, I believe it's 9,800 miles a month, you get an additional 5 cents on every mile that you've ran. So if you're running, you know, close to 10,000 miles a month, you're getting an additional $500 bonus check at the end of the month on your check. So before, I wasn't getting that, and I was sitting a lot, and I wasn't getting paid for that. Well, now that I'm getting that bonus back, it wouldn't be as bad of a deal if I did have to sit. At least I was getting a little bit extra money that month, and it didn't make it so bad. So that would probably also be another reason why I would choose to go back OTR. So as of this moment right now, I'm going to do this for another 3 weeks. My kids are flying down from Alaska on the 25th of June. They're heading to Texas, so I'm going to take about 7 to 10 days off, hang out with them, spend time with them. And I think after I get done doing that, I'll go back to OTR. I'll go back out on the road for a week or 2 and then come back and hang out the last week that they're here before they go back up to Alaska. So that's what my plan is right now. I'll stack up some money until then. You know, before taxes, it's going to be a flat rate of about $1,250 a week. I can work Saturdays, which would be another $250, which would bring me up to about $1,500 a week before taxes, which isn't, you know, too bad of a gig. You know, you're making, you know, close to $5,000 a month, which is pretty good, seeing how I don't have a whole lot of bills. So that is that's the plan right now. That's what's been going on with me and this new job. They don't allow cameras and videos in the Amazon facility, so I'm really not able to take videos and show you guys what's going on there. But basically, I'm just moving freight from them. It comes in at one location, they load it up on a trailer, and then I take it to one or two of the Amazon distribution centers that are that's here. So I think that's about it, guys. I do appreciate you checking out my videos. Sorry if I got a little bit too personal in the beginning. It's just been rough, and it'll either work out or it won't. Can't get depressed out here. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying not to sleep my day away this weekend, but it is just rough. When you're on the road, you're by yourself, and all you do is have time to think, and that could be a really bad thing. If you're in a bad place, depressed, all you do is just think about things, and it could possibly make things worse. So just trying to stay positive. But I do appreciate you guys checking out my videos. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll get notified when I put new videos out there. I will try to make more videos coming out, but again, I do appreciate you guys checking me out. So anyways, again, thank you very much. Hope everybody's having a great, safe weekend. Remember to always look out for yourself and look out for one another. And until next video, Trucker J is out.